predator, bee traps, weed killer, and so much more. Go see Scott and his team today at 770 Oakland Road, Spindale, and keep the family tradition going.
Eclipse Day has finally arrived. We should have pretty decent weather. We'll have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, and our rain chances are really low today. High temperatures will be on the hot side, so make sure and stay hydrated. Highs will climb into the low 90s. Tonight, partly cloudy with temperatures in the low 70s. Then partly sunny with some isolated showers Tuesday. It'll be hot and humid with highs in the low to mid 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
A lot of people said, well, on Eclipse Day it's going to be so cloudy and rainy we won't be able to see the eclipse anyway. Wrong. Mostly sunny today, highs around 90 with northeast wind about 5 miles per hour. It's going to be an exciting day in the foothills. Just a reminder, please do not look directly at the eclipse today. Looking toward the weekend, we got rain coming to the forecast on Tuesday through Friday, through Thursday night, slight chances. Then the weekend looking good again. Saturday, partly cloudy, highs around 81. Sunday, partly cloudy, highs around 81. No rain in the forecast whatsoever for those dates. Right now, it's 70 degrees and mostly clear. Got your glasses yet? I'm going to emphasize that a lot today. Do not look at the sun directly during the eclipse. We're being kind to Ruth Gurley today. Ruth lives up in Golden Valley, turns 90, so we want to wish her a happy birthday. Now, I have these death announcements. Mrs. Carrie Lee Ponton, 84 of Forest City, died Saturday. The funeral will be conducted at 2 o'clock Tuesday at Crestview Baptist Church. The Reverend Kevin Rom and Reverend Kenneth Linder will officiate. Burial will follow in the First Baptist of Bostic Church Cemetery. Washington and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service has been entrusted with the arrangements for Mrs. Carrie Lee Ponton. Online condolences are available at washburndorsey.com. Kenneth Herschel McDaniel, age 89 of Forest City, passed away Friday, August 18th at Hospice House. The family will receive friends from 10:30 until 12 o'clock Tuesday at First United Methodist Church. This will be at First United Methodist Church, Rutherfordton, at 12 o'clock Tuesday, August 22nd, with Keith Marion, Frank Bedell, and Reverend Tim Marsh officiating. Burial will be at Bills Creek Baptist Church Cemetery in Lake Lure. Mike Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Services will be in charge of the arrangements for Kenneth Herschel McDaniel. Robert Leroy Hollywood Wilson, age 59 of Forest City, passed away Friday at Hospice House of Rutherford County. The funeral service will be conducted at 2:30 Tuesday, August 22nd at the Harrelson Funeral Chapel with Rhonda Lawson officiating. Burial will be at Eternal Hills Memorial Park. The family will receive friends from 1 until 2:30 prior to the service time at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Robert Leroy Wilson. Online guest registry available at harrelsonfuneralhome.com. Joey Costner, 69, died Friday, August 18th at his home in Shelby. A celebration of Joey's life will be held 4 p.m. at Putnam Baptist Church, County Home Road, Shelby, on Tuesday, August 22nd, with Reverend Bryson Glisson and Dr. Matthew Costner officiating. Receiving of friends will immediately follow the service. The family will be accepting visitors at the home in Shelby. Burial will be held privately. Again, that's Joey Costner. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. For the complete information on these and others that may come in, you can tune in this morning at 11:35 or this afternoon at 5:10. As part of the afternoon report, we'll have the complete information on these and others that do come in. We'll have that call-around report coming up in just a few moments. We'll catch you up to date on what's been happening over the weekend, find out who did what to who and when and how, from the sheriff's report all the way through various fire department reports. So stand by. This is WCAB Morning Report.
Continue. The Department of Homeland Security is getting bids from lots of companies that want to help build it. Trump administration's asking Congress for $1 billion to spend on it this year. Now, Senate Democrats want no part of this. They met with La Raza and promised that they'll make sure it doesn't happen. Chuck Schumer told La Raza Democrats will do whatever it takes to stop the wall. Robert Menendez, New Jersey, said that Congress shouldn't pay a dime because, after all, Trump claimed he'd make Mexico pay for it. Now, La Raza asked Democrats to do whatever they had to, including shutting down the government when a stopgap spending measure comes up in April. Schumer didn't commit the Democrats to it, but he said he hoped Republicans would not put the wall funding request in the spending measure. Well, it looks like Schumer's hope is the Republicans' command. Senator Roy Blunt, top Republican Senate Committee on Appropriations, just said that they probably won't include Trump's request to fund the wall until next year. So the news isn't that Chuck Schumer and the Democrats are pressured by La Raza. The news is that the Republicans are afraid of a Democrat government shutdown because they think they'll get blamed for it, even though the Democrats are responsible for it. And they're probably right. There is a common assumption about identity theft. A lot of people believe it's just credit card fraud, but that is not the only form of identity theft. There are cases of information being sold on the dark web, or somebody getting an online payday loan in your name. Now, good thing there's LifeLock, folks. They use proprietary technology to detect and alert you on a wide range of identity threats. If you have a problem, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions in all businesses. Join right now and get a special 15% discount off the first year of your LifeLock membership. Call 800-440-4833 or go to lifelock.com and use the promo code RUSH15. That's RUSH15. That's how you save 15% off your first year. The offer ends on the 27th of August. Terms apply. 800-440-4833.
Friends don't let friends tune to any other radio station. Good friends recommend AM 59. Shouldn't you be a good friend?
We will never fully understand what we've asked of our military service members or their families, asking them to put themselves in harm's way, to endure it all. But we do understand that it's our turn, our duty, to keep them secure for the rest of their lives. Wounded Warrior Project long-term support programs help our most severely ill or injured veterans live independently, at no cost, for life, so that they might stand at ease. Join us at findwwp.org.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
I want to brag on Hutchins Pest Control for just a moment. Honest, dependable, and on-time service. Now, that's a good trait. Tim Hutchins is the owner, and along with his family, Chad, Charlie, and Emily, they've been voted best in pest control 6 years in a row. If you have a pest problem, or if you want to take care of it before it becomes a problem, call on Hutchins Pest Control. 34 years experience, and with their family name behind what they do, you can be sure it'll be done right. Get a free estimate when you call Hutchins Pest Control at 287-5171. That's 287-5171. Again, 287-5171. That's Hutchins Pest Control. Honest, dependable, and on time.
The date was August 10, 1883. The Globe Wells Fargo stage was traveling along the road in the southeast part of Arizona when it was stopped by a gang of desperados operating as the Red Jack Gang. The stage was carrying one passenger, a woman. She was asked to exit the stage. Wearing a hat with a dark veil, she stood by the stagecoach while the gang members demanded the gold. The guard insisted that they had no gold on the stage. Then, speaking for the first time, the woman, in a decidedly bass voice, said that the guard was a liar. And at the same time, the woman lifted up her skirt. In reality, the woman was actually the Red Jack Gang leader, Jack Elmer. Jack had disguised himself as a woman, saw the gold being put under the seat, and, at a prearranged spot, signaled his men. At the point of Jack's lifting his skirt, the stage guard went for his gun. As all men who wear skirts do, Jack had a pistol secreted under his skirt. He merely beat the guard to the draw and shot him dead. The Red Jack gang got $2,800 in the stage robbery, but they didn't get a chance to spend it because Sheriff Bob Paul immediately organized a posse and one by one hunted down the Red Jack gang. Just 2 months later, in the same general area, the posse came across gang leader and female impersonator Jack Almer. Jack tried to shoot his way to freedom. Unfortunately, he was filled with lead. Incidentally, we're pretty sure he was dressed in pants, vest, and boots at the time. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Well, good morning again. It's 16 minutes after 7 o'clock on this Monday morning, Eclipse Day Monday for the Foothills, 21st day of August. Let's get started with our call-around report, find out what's been going on, and we go to the phones, and Officer McCumbus of the Sheriff's Department is on the phone with me right now to give us that update. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. I'm doing well.
Thanks. Tell us what's been happening over the weekend.
Over the weekend, we've had 288 calls, 18 arrests, and currently have 201 in jail. Bobby Gilbert got arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $750 bond. Ivor Watt arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, also Schedule 6 controlled substance, $1,000 bond. Todd Fox was arrested for failure to register as a sex offender, also failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $28,000 bond. Anthony Brown, misdemeanor probation violation, $1,500 bond. Roger Harris held on a $500 bond for failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Teresa Toney, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $1,000 bond. Orlando Jackson, $5,000 bond, failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Toby Watson, failure to comply, possession of Schedule 2 controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, held on a $5,800 bond. Christopher Geddes, communicating threats, no bond. Ridge Wilkerson, no bond for a show cause. Stanley Thompson, communicating threats, no bond. Jonathan Barnes, no bond, assault and battery. Freddie Connor, $400 bond, failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Cody Queen, failure to appear on a felony, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $27,250 bond, also possession of drug paraphernalia. Sarah Odell was arrested or was served a show cause. Charles Porter, school attendance law violation, no bond. Katie Porter, school attendance law violation as well, no bond. Sandra Furness, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $5,000 bond. Christopher McDaniel, $10,000 bond, possession of Schedule 2 controlled substance. Chad McKinney, $2,000 bond, failure to comply. We have Andrea Davis, no bond, school attendance violation. We have Roger Bright, arrested and assault on a child under 12, $2,500 bond. Anthony Coates, $2,000 bond for assault and battery and communicating threats. Teresa Hill, $2,000 bond for assault and battery. Tara Fanroy, $2,500 for misdemeanor child abuse. And that's all we have for arrests. As far as incidents go, we have Tara Schufelt reported breaking, entering, and felony and larceny after the fact. Felony and larceny was reported by Danny McCurry as well. John Deere was taken. Misdemeanor larceny was reported by Harold Sheehan. Larceny of a motor vehicle and motor vehicle parts was reported by Donna Green. Vehicle rim and some tires were taken. First degree arson was reported by LaDonna Hoyle. It was larceny or arson of a trailer. Break and entering felony and larceny after break and entering was reported. Multiple items were taken. The victim in that circumstance was Donald Diet. Local ordinance of illegal dumping was reported by Joseph Poe. Attempted and break and entering was reported by Dennis Bradley. And last, we have North Carolina officer reported reckless driving, wanton disregard, driving without a license, and failure to heed the siren. And that's all we have for today, sir.
Officer Cummins, I do appreciate the report, and you be safe out there today.
And you as well.
Thanks. Bye. That's the report from the Sheriff's Department. Busy weekend, it sounds like. Now we'll head toward 911 Communications Center, find out what they've been doing.
It's a for sure thing. Sisk Family Ford in Forest City is earning a quality reputation for offering an attractive inventory of new and used cars and trucks. If you want a new Ford truck, you'll be a smart shopper to let Sisk Family Ford quote you a deal. From a car for the newlywed to the car for the large family, let the Sisk Family Company help your family get the best deal. Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City.
Here's Carrie now with a report from the Communications Center from the weekend. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What's on that report?
In the past 48 hours, Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications has processed 973 911 administrative calls. EMS had 95, Rescue had 38, Sheriff's Office 288, Forest City had 135, Lake Lure had 28, Rutherfordton had 96, Spindle had 136. Cliffside responded to a motor vehicle accident, Ellenborough responded to a motor vehicle accident, Forest City responded to a motor vehicle accident, Forest City responded to a structure fire, Green Hill responded to an industrial fire alarm, Rutherfordton responded to 2 motor vehicle accidents, SDO responded to a motor vehicle accident, Spindle responded to a motor vehicle accident, Shingle Hollow responded to a motor vehicle accident, Union Mills responded to a motor vehicle accident, and that was it.
Thanks, Carrie. You have a great day now.
You too.
Bye. My goodness, a lot of automobile accidents over the weekend. Wonder what's going on with that, huh? Well, you can know a successful business by the company they keep and their years of service to their customers. That's Southern Carpet and Hardwood Floors. Since 1993, Gerald and Lynn set out to offer the best products at affordable prices and ensure their customers are satisfied. Their son, Clayton, joined the business, and he came in with the same work ethic. They keep some of the best carpet and floor covering in the business, too. Bruce Hardwood, Appalachian Hardwood, Armstrong Vinyl, Tarkett Flooring, Shaw Carpet, and many, many more names you recognize. So why not go by Southern Carpet? They have the largest selection of hardwoods and laminates in this area. Check with them when you want something done to your floors. When you want to improve the looks of your house, get a free estimate and expert installation with business from Southern Carpet. Look them up on Facebook. See some beautiful displays on their website at southerncarpet.net. You'll find them personally at 1512 West Main Street, Forest City. Ruby Taylor is up next. She's reporting from Danieltown, the SDO Fire District. Ruby, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report today, Ruby?
Well, the fire department had one call, and that was to a vehicle accident. And on my birthday counter, I've got Carsha Huntley and Ida Queen having birthdays. Hope they have a nice day today. And the signs are in the bows today and tomorrow. And that's all I got, Jim.
Thanks, Ruby. Have a good Monday.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Hello, this is Phyllis with Loveless Financial Group. Today I want to talk to you about a CD alternative. With rates at the bank averaging less than 1%, how can you earn at least 3% for 60 months? We check rates every Monday to see what is the best rate. Let's look at real money, not interest rates. $100,000 at 3%, the annual return is $3,000. $100,000 at a half of a percent is $500. So which do you want? Call me to set up a time to see if we can't help you get more income for you and your family. You can start with as little as $5,000 and you can add to this account at any time. With 35 years in the financial business, I've been helping people make the most with their money, and certainly for me, our friends, our clients, our family members have been a blessing to our business. If I can help you, or if you want to know more information, call me at Loveless Financial Group, 431 South Main Street in Rutherford, 828-288-1378. This is Phyllis saying bye for now.
Thanks, Phyllis. 25 past 7 o'clock on this Monday morning. Let's set up to Romney Ball and get Steve's report today. Good morning.
Good morning. The weekend after.
Yeah, that's right. You had a busy one, huh?
Oh yeah, we had lots of fun. Lots of folks here. It was a pretty big event for us, and they didn't disappoint the folks that came out. There was folks from all over. A lot of folks parked on our driving range. We ran out of parking, so we put them over there.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was fun. I was here for half of it, and took a few pictures and did a few things, and it worked well. So now our next big event will probably be the car show. That's the only thing I can think of down the horizon. That's over a month from now, so we'll take a break.
Yeah, you have a chance to rest up a little.
Normal activities are good enough here sometimes, so it's busy enough. But anyway, we're going to make it through it and try to keep our eyes open during the darkness today and just watch to see what this eclipse does. Do you know what percentage that we are in? Is it? I don't think we're in 100% darkness, are we?
99.1, I believe Todd says. 99.1%.
Okay, well that's close enough to 100.
It is, sure is. I don't think I want to drive anywhere else to see it any better than that. Do you?
Well, I'll tell you what. There's a lot of folks that drove up to different areas to see this, and that's.
I know it.
For a 20-second full eclipse. Shoot, man.
Well, I don't know. How much gasoline costs to do that? I don't know. Maybe
I don't know, boy. I'll tell you.
Maybe the historical significance for them is important, but.
Yeah, but we do have a big important event happening here tomorrow. We do have a planned power outage. I just want to remind everybody that the power will be out, and for the whole day mostly, unless they get the job done quicker than anticipated. But that's for our area. Quail Ridge Boulevard, up and down along Buffalo Shoals, and up to Gray Rock on Buffalo Creek Road. So it will occur, and just gas up your vehicles and just be ready.
Well, I guess what do you do with your frozen meat that's in the freezer? Will they thaw out in a day's time?
We got our generators.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we got several generators because we've learned from bad experiences. You got to have those generators if you're going to have a successful operation.
Yeah, good. That's smart. That's smart.
Yeah. So.
All right, so that's tomorrow, all day tomorrow.
We'll have fun with it.
Start time? What does it start? What time start?
I'm hearing around 2:30ish is the full. So I don't know exactly when it's supposed to start. So.
All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. All right. We'll be here.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Steve Rumbling Ball this morning reporting in. Well, one thing about it, you always want to take care of your eyes, and you want to take care of your hearing as best you can. And hearing aids are become such a phenomenon anymore. They make them so small anymore you hardly know they're there. And Miracle Ear is in the forefront of leading that pack. My goodness, they've got some Miracle Ear Genius 2.0 over there at Miracle Ear office at Forest City and Shelby that you just won't believe the facts about them. The advanced technology with the high-def sound quality adapts to your surroundings automatically. It zeroes in on conversations while reducing distracting background noise. Eliminates that embarrassing whistling that occurs in various situations. The Genius app can allow patients to control the sound from their smartphone. Many other features on that Miracle Ear Genius 2.0. Ask Lisa Terry about that. She'll be happy to answer all your questions. And there's a free hearing test you can take with no obligation whatsoever. Lisa's in the Forest City office on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Shelby office Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And other times by appointment, just call her in Forest City at 368-4126 and set up a time to go by and talk with her. No obligation, no pressure. Just find out more what's best for you or that dear one in your family that is beginning to lose their hearing. 368-4126. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. Let's check in with Bob Hodge up at Hudlow Volunteer Fire District and get a Monday morning report. Bob, good morning.
Well, good Monday morning.
Yes, sir. Bob, tell us how'd our ball team do?
Well, I think it done pretty good, but they ended up second place in United States Championship, so that was good.
That is phenomenal. Yeah.
That's right for a little team from Relton County.
Yeah. Are they through? Have they finished playing? They're on the way home now.
They're on the way home now. Yeah. They come in third or fourth in the Worlds. They played for Venezuela yesterday evening, but they lost out. But third or fourth place in the Worlds ain't too bad.
Man,
so
that's something to crow about.
That's right there. So the boys will be coming in today there. So I guess everybody will be giving them a good welcome.
Somebody ought to give them a ticker tape parade.
Do what?
So they ought to give them a ticker tape parade like they do in New York City.
That's right. They ought to there. Yeah. I think as far as Relton County, well, North Carolina has ever won, I think, in the championship. So
that's great. Yeah,
they done a real good job up there this week. So we all should be proud of them there. So
we sure should be proud of them.
That's right. But I guess you'll be looking at the clips today there.
Well, I guess so. I've got a pair of glasses, proper glasses. I'm going to look up at it and see so I can say I looked at it.
It's going to get dark here in the middle of the afternoon, so.
Yeah, I may have to take a nap.
Everybody be having to turn their headlights on if they're driving and all that.
Yeah,
so just have to be careful out there. So everybody might be looking up the sun. You don't want to get run over or anything.
That's exactly right. Yes, a good point. I just assume take a nap when it goes dark like that.
Oh, yeah, that's probably what I'd be doing. But Jim, over the weekend, it's been quiet with our fire department for anything. We've answered a few medical calls, but didn't have any wrecks or fires, so that's good. Maybe it'll continue that way. You just be careful today if you're out and around, and I'll be talking to you in the morning.
Bob, I appreciate it, and be careful today, and I'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye. That's Hudlow reporter Bob Hodge. Always a pleasure to talk with him on the mornings, and you can catch him on the afternoon report with Tom Green.
Hot temperatures on the highway can be brutal on your automobile. RS Speedy Lube is there to help keep your automobile running clean. Keep the oil changed regularly. They'll check the fluids and vacuum the car. Next door, get the service you need on brakes, radiator, exhaust, CV joints, and radiator flush. RS Service Center also includes service on big trucks and campers. For the best car wash, it's the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash. RS Speedy Lube Service Center is a complete service center inside, outside, and down under Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
Well, if you worked outside over the weekend in the sun, realize, boy, I sure do need a sun visor, or I need a hat, a straw hat or something, or a golf hat to keep the sun out of my face and out of my eyes. Well, head on over to Washburn Store. They got a good selection. They got a shipment of straw hats, shipment of sun visors, and golf caps that'll help during this time. And they have a lot of other things you might want to get your hand on too, such as that stick candy from Virginia. Yep. It's fresh, always fresh. They sell out that stick candy pretty fast over there. Those are beautiful wind chimes. There's a good selection of those there as well. Canning supplies in stock, local honey still for sale. Canning pots from Texas. Why don't you check with Washburn Store yourself and see for yourself what others are already bragging about. That's Washburn Store between Bostic and Sunshine on the Bostic Sunshine Highway. Now we're heading over toward Cherry Mountain and get the report from Sue Price. Good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
You doing well, I hope, today?
I am. Hope you are.
Yes.
Good.
Welcome to Monday.
I know. It's here. And I'm starting out at 69 degrees, so not too bad this morning, but I guess it's going to get warm. But that's all right. It's August still. And today's the big day for the eclipse, so be a lot of people out and about. So just be careful. We have too many accidents in our county lately. Take your time and watch the other drivers. You have to pay attention. Let's see. I have no calls from the fire department. I have no birthdays on my church calendar. On my personal calendar, I've got Ruth Gurley and April Klein. And, of course, they're on Fairview's calendar for today. And I say happy birthday to Ruth. She's a sweet, sweet lady. First Broad, let's see. They've got a birthday for Tim Walker. So hope Tim will have a good day today. And in my announcements, the chopped sirloin supper coming up Saturday, August 26th. From 4 to 8 p.m. They'll have chopped sirloin, baked potatoes, fries, salad bar, bread, homemade desserts. Adults are $9, children are $6, and that's over at the Hopewell Hollis Community Clubhouse. So come on over. They always have a big crowd and a really good supper. And I guess so far that's about the only announcement I have, Jim. Well, tonight is the Golden Valley Community Club meeting, so you club members come on out, and we'd be happy to have some come to join the club. We need some new members and to support the community club. It's a good thing to have in our community, place to have different things happen, so come out and support it. We're trying to do some improvements on the club, make it a little more pleasing, so anybody's welcome to come and join. Start out at 7 o'clock with a covered dish supper, and then we'll have our business meeting. And sometimes we have a special speaker come in, so always something going on, good fellowship together. And I guess that's all the announcements I have, Jim. It's just quiet and calm over here, looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one.
Thanks very much, Sue. You enjoy your day, too, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay,
right,
bye-bye.
37 minutes after 7 o'clock. You know, when you need a plumber, you want someone with a reputation of getting right out to you and getting the job done for you the right way. That'll be Umstead Plumbing. Since 1973, the Umstead family has been serving homeowners and builders with the best of service. From unclogging a drain to replacing fixtures and appliances to remodeling jobs, their top quality work, fair prices, and punctual service has made them the area's leading plumbing firm. Eric and Chad are continuing that family tradition, and they'd like to serve you. Call 245-7302. Experience plus equipment equals excellence. Umstead Plumbing at 245-7302. One of the restaurants you can enjoy on Mondays, they're open on Mondays for lunch. That's Gregory's Original. You know, so a lot of restaurants are closed on Mondays for whatever reason, I don't know. But Gregory's Original is open for lunch today and dinner this evening. You can enjoy your fresh subs, fresh and delicious subs, and an excellent salad bar. Prepared to, your steaks prepared to perfection. You like those wings. They've got a bunch of those that really are tasty. Call on Gregory's if you have a catering event coming up, too. If you want a simple event or all the way up to elaborate, you can trust Gregory's to do it right, and you'll brag on it, I guarantee you. Choose Gregory's for dinner or lunch today or for that next catering event. Here's the phone number, 287-2171, 287-2171. They're in the Parkland Plaza in Rufton. 7:38. Let's head toward the Union Mills to get the Kelly Report. And here's Brenda. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this magnificent Monday eclipse day?
Yes, magnificent Monday. It certainly is.
Yeah. It's going to be a good day in the neighborhood.
It's a great getting up morning already.
That's exactly right. It's looking good outside. I've got, let's see, what have I got? 66 degrees on the front porch, so that's not too bad right now, but it's going to warm up to what?
We're expecting it to be around 90 for our high today.
That ain't too bad.
That doesn't include the humidity. That doesn't include the heat value.
Yeah, that's just the temperature.
Yeah, it's the temperature.
Yeah. Well, we can handle that.
You're the cool spot in the county, sounds like, this morning.
Yeah, most of the time I am, but I think it's because I live right here in the woods. There's a lot of shade around. There's no pavement, nothing like that to generate heat, so yeah. I'm usually cool.
Yep. Well, I like to feel
so I think that makes a difference. So we'll take it and run with it. There was something you asked
going to answer that question for you, and I done forgot what the answer, even what the question was. So I'm having a senior moment. I can't remember. But I knew the answer to it, but I can't remember now what it was you asked him.
I can't remember what I asked him either. We must be in the same boat this morning.
But it'll be all right, won't
maybe it'll come to us in a minute.
Yeah. But birthdays and anniversaries today, I've got Verno and Patsy Airwood an anniversary, Brenton Camp, Lloyd and Mary Page Nanny an anniversary, and Shannon Buckley. On round here, we got Mary and Lloyd Page Nanny's anniversary and Sharon Clark's birthday. On Macedonia, Patsy and Verno Airwood. So we hope these people have a great old big day on their special day. And in ways of announcements, it's Saturday, Country Breakfast Buffet Saturday, August the 26th, 7 to 10 a.m. at the White House Community Center. And this is on Painters Gap Road in Union Mills. Adults $6, children 6 to 12, $3, under 6 free, and they have all kind of good food. And you can rent their clubhouse for your family reunion, birthday party, or other special events if you'll call 828-625-4502 for details. And then, starting on Friday, September the 1st at the Union Mills Learning Center, Destination Bluegrass. Meal beginning at 6 p.m. be $5. This includes a sandwich, meal, drink, and dessert. Music begins at 7 p.m. No admission for the music program. Tip jar available for the band. And other than that, I don't know of anything going on except the eclipse. And that's big news, ain't it?
Boy, it is big news. You'd think it was Y2K all over again.
Oh, I can remember Y2K easy. But I can remember catching water and everything. They talked like we wasn't going to have no power, and I don't know what all. And I caught water up. I thought, well, I'll have enough to last a few days. and bought all kind of stuff to eat on and everything. But that made me think of what I was going to. You that was talking about that power outage up there.
Yeah.
Will the meat and the freezer thaw out? If they leave the door shut and not open it, it should last for at least 24 hours.
Oh, good. Just don't open the freezer door.
Yeah, just don't open it. Leave it alone. Because then the cold stays in. If you open it, it comes out, and it causes it to thaw quicker.
Yeah, so you don't need to be running. Go ahead.
If you want anything out of the freezer, you better get it out before the power goes off.
So you don't need to keep running and opening, see if it's thawed out yet.
No, huh? Leave it shut.
I'm going to look and see if it's thawing. Yeah,
I can remember when we had the blizzard in '93. Golly, I think our power was off 3 or 4 days, and we lost all our stuff. But it should last about 24 to 36 hours. I think somebody told me back then.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good to know.
I could be wrong, but if it's just going to be off, what did he say, all day?
I think so, yeah.
Just don't open your freezer, and it'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, that's good to know.
That was what I was going to tell you.
Well, I'm glad you thought about it. Because I would have never remembered that.
I just had to go way back in my mind to recall that.
Well, see, you still do have a sharp memory. Just takes a little time to kick in once in a while, right?
It does. I got a lot in this brain.
Well, I know what you mean.
A lot of stuff that shouldn't be in it.
You have to push things out of the way to get back to what you were thinking about. Get out of the way so I can think about what it was I was saying.
That's exactly right. But we hope everybody has a good day today. Just be careful. Don't be out and about unless it's an absolute have-to. Everything's going to be crowded.
You got any chickens up your house?
No, I don't have no chickens.
No chickens?
No, I don't have no kind of farm animals. I've just got dogs. They're my guard dogs.
Chickens may go to roost today. They may go to roost.
Oh, the old rooster will crow, won't it?
Yeah, and it's start breaking back up. Get roost to be cock-a-doodle-doo.
You'll have to play that thing on the sunshine, sunrise donuts or whatever for that chicken. Golly, I thought that was cute.
We'll have to find some sunshine songs to play today.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You can sing that.
Sing it, Brenda. I like that. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. That was.
Yeah, and we were sad to hear about Jerry Lewis passing.
Yeah, that was sad. Yeah, I always liked him.
91 years old. He had a good life, didn't he?
He sure did. You know, it's amazing, and it's not always the case, but it's amazing. Comedians, folks who laugh and make people laugh, seem like they live a long time. George Burns lived a long time. Some of those other comedians, they live a long time. Bob Hope lived a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
well, they say laughter's good for the soul.
it
So
is.
there you go.
It is good for your soul and your heart.
Yeah.
So laugh a lot.
That's right.
If you don't think of anything to laugh about, go look at yourself in the mirror.
Well, the mirror might break.
Brenda, you have a great day up there.
You have a good one. We'll catch you later.
Thanks. Bye-bye. That's the calendar report from Union Mills. Just a reminder, Lunch and Learn today, Chamber of Commerce Lunch and Learn with Congressman Patrick McHenry is going to be held at noon today at B. Pueblito. We will listen to see what the congressman has to say. It's open to the public. It's a Dutch Street meal, noontime today, and they'll be out in time to see the eclipse. I promise. So if you want to meet and greet the congressman, find out about what he has to say, that'd be at Mi Pueblito at 12 noon today. He's been a supporter of small business, and he worked closely with us to promote this region for economic growth. So we want to see what he has to say over lunch today. So if you can come.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton. Dr. Josh Edgerton is the newest addition to Rutherford Surgical Associates. Dr. Edgerton is highly trained in performing laparoscopies, endoscopies, reflux surgeries, vein closure, and other surgeries. Rutherford Surgical Associates is located at 330 Highway 108, just around the corner from Rutherford Regional Medical Center. For more information about Rutherford Surgical Associates and Dr. Edgerton, call 828-286-1743 or visit myrutherfordregional.com/general surgery.
Mr. Ellenborough, Luther Sweet Thing Gilligan is on the phone now to give us an update from the fire activities over in Ellenborough. Good morning.
Good morning. It's a good day to hear the sun shine up. The eclipse is coming, boy. We already have the parties ready.
All right, let's party.
Well, come on down to the eclipse party today. Starts at 12 o'clock.
You going to serve hot dogs?
You
going to serve hot dogs?
We'll have hot dogs, corn dogs, steak dogs. We'll have all kinds of stuff. We're not going to have one of each. We're not expecting the big crowds.
The party's only going to last about 2 minutes, right?
Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to do a thing. I'm going to sit down in classes and they look at it a couple of times, but other than that, just say, I've seen it. That's about it. But not no big thing. But we had a good time. That was quiet. We had a very quiet weekend. In the fire department, they had 3 medical calls over the weekend. Other than that, it was pretty quiet. There was just nothing going on there this morning. We were having a revival there at High School Church. It started back at 7 o'clock. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we wanted to invite it down there then. Then so we always have birthday day to Joe Schwartz got one. Miss Nellie Hooker had one. She turned 90 today. And Rodney Green's had one, and also Bill and Mary McKinney over here, they had a wedding anniversary today. So hope we all have a great day. Enjoy their day. And well, I'm going to have a good time today. And be careful watching the eclipse. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Be careful, Luther, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, take care now.
Bye. And it's birthday time. Birthdays and anniversaries. This is the 21st day of August. And if you were born on this date or were married on this date, please call us and let us celebrate with you. That's 287-3356. And we'll give away some of those Daylight Donuts from Granny B's. All right here on WCAB.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for a city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for a city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697. There's really something to crow about. It's the Daylight Donuts from Granny B's in Spindale. Get yours today while they're fresh. They're good. They're delicious. It's Daylight Donuts. It's something to crow about. Happy birthday. Well, we're wishing a happy birthday to Ruth Gurley of Golden Valley. She's 90 today. She's one we're being kind to. Want to wish her happy. Also, Julia Dawn Cooper is 8 today. James Geddes over in Boston, 78. Amelia Edgerton, retired secretary at Ruth's School, 87 today, lives in Rutherfordton. Bill and Lindsay Ellington, 57th anniversary was Saturday. They live up in Golden Valley. And Brett Camp of Green Hill is having a birthday today. Also celebrating today is Verno and Patsy Arrowwood's anniversary. Brendan Camp's having a birthday, and Lloyd and Mary Page Nanny's anniversary is today. And Shannon Buckley is celebrating a birthday today as well. So happy birthday. We'll find out in just a moment who's going to win those Daylight Donuts from Granny B's.
A hardened unbeliever went one day to see but not to hear George Whitfield when he preached outdoors to a great throng. In order to have a good vantage point, he climbed a nearby tree. Putting his fingers in both ears, he began to watch the mighty preacher. Then a persistent fly lit on his nose. He shook his head, but the fly wouldn't move. Just as he removed a hand from an ear to flick the fly away, Whitfield quoted the verse, "He that has ears to hear, let him hear." Then he spoke of the willful refusal of many to hear the Spirit's voice. The unbeliever was so impressed by what happened that he opened not only his ears to the gospel, but also his heart. Have you ever thought that some of the things that slow you down or are an annoyance in your life may be God's attempt to get you to listen? Balaam had the talking donkey. David had the prophet Nathan. Jonah had the great storm and the large fish. And Peter had the rooster's crow. How much better it would be if we could just be like young Samuel, who said, "Speak, for your servant is listening." This is Bill Hostler with today's Key to Confident Living. Scripts for today's Key to Confident Living are available in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS. That number again is toll-free.
And our birthday cake winner, or Daylight Donut winner today is Julia Dawn Cooper, 8 years old. We got a certificate over here for her to take over to Granny B's and enjoy. Now stand by. We got the job market report coming up here in a few minutes to find out where some jobs are. Plus a whole lot more to talk about.
I saw the harbor lights.
At CN News, I'm Mike Rayleigh of Van Ram
slammed into two bus stops in the French port city of Marseille today, killing one person and injuring another. CBS News correspondent Elaine Cobbs in Paris.
A 42-year-old woman was killed and another woman injured when the van rammed into a bus stop in the southern city of Marseille. Police arrested the driver, who had earlier hit another bus stop. The local prosecutor says they do not believe the incident was terror-related. They're following up on the driver's psychiatric history.
Police say a North Carolina man broke into a home and stabbed his wife while she lay in bed with their son. Yadkinville police say in a statement that 29-year-old Bobby Justin Royal broke into his mother-in-law's home and when the incident happened. Americans with telescopes, cameras, and protective glasses staked out viewing spots along a narrow corridor from Oregon to South Carolina to watch the moon blot out the midday sun today in what is promised to be the most observed and photographed eclipse in history. CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood is in Illinois and tells us...
It happens several times a year in the world. About 2 times a year there's an eclipse somewhere on the planet. The moon moves between the Earth and the sun. Every month, of course, when it's a new moon, it's just usually the shadow doesn't hit the Earth.
North Carolina is one of the leading states in solar energy production, but the shadow cast during today's solar eclipse means less solar power will be available during one of the peak times of solar energy production. Duke Energy spokesperson Randy Wheelis tells WITN News he doesn't anticipate any problems.
We do this every day, but the eclipse is a bit unique because it happens so widespread across the state, and it happens pretty quickly.
A startup company is shutting down its North Carolina factory 3 years after announcing it would employ hundreds building batteries that help power companies save energy or shift to wind and solar power. Alivo informed state officials that it is immediately shutting down its factory inside a massive area. You're listening to NCN News.
Are you ready for some football?
The Big Tailgate Tour, driven by Continental Tire, is ready to kick off another season.
Visit BigTailgateTour.com and see when we're at your favorite school this year.
We'll kick off the season next weekend with the Battle of the Carolinas as the NC State Wolfpack travels to Charlotte to take on the South Carolina Gamecocks.
Plan on stopping by to register for a free 1-year subscription to the ACC Sports Journal and pick up free koozies and t-shirts from Continental Tire, as well as other items from Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue and Sport Clips.
Continental Tire reminds you to drive with care on your Continental Tires as you head to the game or anywhere this week.
Sometimes the simplest things can make the biggest difference. An extra pair of hands, a smile, or a shoulder. At North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, we feel the same about home and auto coverage, affordable rates, trusted service, and local agents. After all, making one simple difference in your life helps you make a big difference in another's. Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
10 sailors are missing after the USS John S. McCain collided with an oil tanker east of Singapore before dawn today. CBS News correspondent Ben Tracy has more.
The USS McCain is named after Senator John McCain's father and grandfather. They were both admirals in the Navy, and Senator McCain did tweet about this. He said that he is keeping the sailors on the ship in his prayers and that he appreciates the work of the search and rescue crews.
The U.S. and South Korea are holding joint military exercises on the Korean Peninsula. The large-scale exercise involved 50,000 South Korean soldiers and nearly 18,000 U.S. troops. Reporter Alex Jensen is in Seoul. Speaking via Skype, he says North Korea views these annual war games as a provocation.
I think analysts would certainly not be surprised at all if North Korea conduct some sort of ballistic missile test, maybe even a nuclear test during the course of this drill or just afterwards. It would certainly fit the pattern of North Korean behavior, not only this year but in years before as well.
The General Assembly has released a new redistricting plan. The state was forced to redraw the lines after the U.S. Supreme Court ruled 28 House and Senate districts were racially gerrymandered. Republican Representative David Lewis of Harnett County tells us,
We worked very, very hard to comply with the law, comply with the criteria that the committee adopted, and we have a good product to start with.
Rosa Parks' home may be coming down. Deborah Rodriguez has more.
The dilapidated house on South Deacon Street in Detroit, where the civil rights icon once lived, was due for demolition. A year ago, American artist Ryan Mendoza had it shipped to his gallery in Berlin, Germany, where he renovated it and put it on display. It's been visited by thousands of people.
Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Today's hits and yesterday's memories, WCAB, Rutherfordton.
From
from ABC News. I'm Sherry Preston. President Trump is back at the White House and preparing to speak to the nation about where he sees things going from here in Afghanistan. ABC's Karen Travers with more.
President Trump will lay out his plan for the war in Afghanistan with a primetime address tonight before U.S. service members in Virginia. There are currently 8,400 American troops on the ground in Afghanistan. Defense Secretary James Mattis and the president's top generals are recommending an additional 4,000. The president has been consistently critical of the handling, cost, and length of America's longest war. Just this month, he said U.S. involvement there was unacceptable. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
10 U.S. sailors still missing in the waters off Singapore following a collision between an American destroyer and an oil tanker. It's the second deadly Navy collision in the past couple of months there. Former Marine Colonel and ABC News consultant Steve Gagnier.
It's hard to understand. I think we're seeing some of the results of the previous mishap investigation with the Fitzgerald are coming to light now. And there were clearly mistakes made on both ships. Lots of human error and the things that the Navy are going to have to address in terms of leadership at sea.
The Great American Eclipse set to hit the coast of Oregon about 5 hours from now. It'll leave South Carolina barely 90 minutes later. ABC's Brad Milkey is smack in the middle of the country in St. Joseph's, Missouri.
Here in the 70-mile strip of land that's stretching across the country, it'll look like a normal day until a black disk starts to swallow the sun. The last gasps of light will make the sun look like a diamond ring, and then what they call totality. The moon blocks the sun, leaving only wispy rays called the corona. The sky around it gets black. Stars and even a sunset start to pop out. Crickets often start to chirp. Birds fly home to their nests. And then a couple minutes later, the sun pops out and everything goes back to normal. Brad Milkey, ABC News, St. Joseph, Missouri.
Death toll from the Barcelona attacks has risen to 15. The new victim, a man found stabbed in a car believed used by one of the attackers to flee. You're listening to ABC News.
Have you ever thought about saying goodbye to your job? Just walking into your boss and saying, I quit. And how would you like to commute to work without ever leaving your home? Well, not long ago, a 39-year-old entrepreneur from a billionaire family spent $20 million in 3 years to find the best home-based business in North America. He researched 70 different companies, and when he found the only one that had real long-term potential, he bought it. And right now, he's looking for people to help him turn this company into his next billion-dollar success story. So if you're serious about making money from home without having to leave your home, well, grab a pen. Because I'm about to give you the address of a website where you can learn all about this unique and rare opportunity. Write this down, www.goherenext.com. Now get on your computer and go to this site now. Part-time or full-time, your income is based totally on your performance. Interested? GoHereNext.com and say goodbye to your boss tomorrow. GoHereNext.com.
In the middle of the night, heavy equipment rolled onto the campus of the University of Texas in Austin. Now gone, the campus's last remaining Confederate monuments.
The familiar argument was heard again a few hours ago at the University of Texas as statues of 3 Confederate figures, including General Robert E. Lee, were carefully taken down. While some say it's an attempt to erase history, Mike Lowe, who's African-American, insisted
these reminders of white supremacy do not need the protection and do not need the public space that they have.
The university president ordered that the removal happen overnight for security and to minimize campus disruption. Jim Ryan, ABC News, Dallas.
More fallout from the latest staff shakeup at the White House, and yes, it does involve the guy who left last Friday.
Steve Bannon is already taking pot shots at his former colleagues in the White House. Back at Breitbart News, Breitbart has one piece that talks about the National Security Advisor being a Quran-kissing apologist. Also, another piece that suggests that Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner are serial leakers.
That's ABC's David Wright in Washington. What did it mean to be a survivor in Hollywood? Jerry Lewis knew, the longtime funny man who continuously battled back, tried to reinvent himself, and to stay relevant, died over the weekend at age 91. He had suffered from pulmonary fibrosis, heart disease, debilitating back problems, and an addiction to painkillers, but his publicist says he died of natural causes. This is ABC News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and medical bills. Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands. They're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, too. Don't go bankrupt. You'll have the right to settle your debt for a mere fraction of what you owe. Call Total Financial now at 866-844-7344. That's 866-844-7344.
I'm Sherry Preston.
Eclipse Day has finally arrived. We should have pretty decent weather. We'll have mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies, and our rain chances are really low today. High temperatures will be on the hot side, so make sure and stay hydrated. Highs will climb into the low 90s. Tonight, partly cloudy with temperatures in the low 70s, then partly sunny with some isolated showers Tuesday. It'll be hot and humid with highs in the low to mid 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
It's 8:05 and it's 70 degrees here in the foothills, warming up to about 90 for the temperature, maybe a little warmer than that feels like with the heat index. Northeast wind about 5 miles per hour. The eclipse should be seen today a little after 2 o'clock. Two-ish. Yeah, that'll be somewhere along in there. By the weekend, we have a little cloud, a little rain through the week, and then by the weekend on Friday, it's going to clear up again. Highs around 82. And Saturday, partly cloudy with highs around 91. And Sunday, 81 and partly cloudy. No rain in the forecast for the weekend so far. Some slight chances throughout today, tomorrow. 20% tomorrow and tomorrow night. 50-50 on Wednesday and Wednesday night. 50 on Thursday and 20 on Thursday night. Then it's out of here for the weekend. Again, right now, partly cloudy and 70 degrees. Monday mornings, we like to check in with Terry Thomas. He's the man who knows where the jobs are. We like to find out where they are. Terry, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. You ready for the eclipse?
Yes, sir.
Are y'all closing early to go watch it, or are you going to go right on through it?
We're going to work right through it.
We are too. What's on the job market report today?
Okay. In the Rutherfordton area, we have a social worker 3 position. This will be working with foster care. This job does require a bachelor's degree and at least 3 years of social work. This job pays $37,744 a year. We have a construction carpenter position. This does require at least 1 year experience as a carpenter, and we have construction laborers, and it does not require any experience. The pay on these 2 jobs depend upon experience. We also have a speech language pathologist position for the Rutherfordton area. This job does require a master's degree and at least 6 months experience, and you must be licensed in the state of North Carolina, and this job pays depending upon experience. In the Saluda area, we have a maintenance assistant position. This is a part-time job working in a nursing facility. It does require a high school diploma and or GED, and the job pays up to $11.50 an hour, depending upon experience. In the Forest City area, we have a tractor trailer driver. This will be hauling heavy equipment and mulch. This job does require a Class A CDL driver's license, requires 1 year of driving experience, and a high school diploma and or GED. This job pays from $13 up to $15 an hour, depending upon experience. We also have an office assistant position. This job pays from $9 to $14 an hour, depending upon experience, and you must be proficient with the computer. We also have a metrology technician in the Forest City area. This job requires 2 years experience in electronics and a high school diploma and or GED, and this job pays from $52,000 up to $71,000 a year, depending upon experience. In the Cliffside area, we have a warp replacement tie-in person. This job does require at least 6 months of weaving experience, and you must have a high school diploma and or GED, and this job pays from $11 an hour up to $12.85 an hour, depending upon experience. And if you're willing to commute down to Spartanburg, South Carolina, Michelin Tire is going to be having a job fair this Thursday, August the 24th, over at Isothermal Community College. This will be held in the Business Science Department in room 120. They will be interviewing for entry-level production positions, with wages starting out at least $16 an hour, and they will be interviewing for maintenance positions, and these jobs will be paying over $25 an hour. And these are just the few positions that we have available at the Rutherford County NC Works Career Center. We are located at 223 Charlotte Road, Rutherfordton. For more information on these or other positions, you can call us at 286-3042, or you can go on our website at www.ncworks.gov.
Terry Thomas, thank you so much for that report. It sounds like a lot of people are vying for the workforce people if they'll just go get the jobs. They're out there, aren't they?
Yes, sir.
Have a good Monday, and I'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Everybody's vying for a workforce, and fortunately, it's a good time for a job, but unfortunately, there are those who still don't want to get up off the couch and go get them. Somebody was telling me not too long ago there was a job being offered to somebody, pretty good job, and this person said, well, no, I can't take the job right now. I've got about 6 more weeks left on my unemployment, so I don't want to go to work right now. So that's the wrong mentality, I believe, personally, but that's neither here nor there. It's 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. Congratulations to Julia Dawn Cooper. She's 8 years old, and she won the Daylight Donuts this morning. And we're being kind to Ruth Gurley of Gola Valley, 90 today. So happy birthday. Well, Farmer's Friend Feed Seeding Supplies, LLC, now in stock deer corn. They have the shelled and on the cob. So if you're looking for those kind of things, you'll find them there at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. Also, Layer Crumble, 50-pound bags, $10.50. Nurture Super Premium Dog Food, Light Formula, $9.99. Food grade totes in stock. Generic dog food in stock. High yield kills all weed killer. All that's available for you and yours at Farmer's Friend Feeds, Seed, and Supplies. Open convenient hours from 7:30 until 5:30 Monday through Friday, and 7:30 until 2 on Saturdays. Right across the road, they got a lot of things for your landscaping needs as well. Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supplies, and that phone number is 287-3272. I've got news from here and there. We got some eclipse stories and some precautionary stories and some county holding some solar eclipse events. We'll tell you a little bit about what's expected, and a story about a man who didn't heed the regulations some years ago and damaged his eyes because he looked at the eclipse straight on. I'll tell you all about that coming up in just a moment.
Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service supports the mission and the good work of the volunteers of the Rutherford County Humane Society and reminds you that their donation address is Post Office Box 998, Rutherfordton, North Carolina, 28139. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service owner Kent Dorsey and staff thank the dedicated volunteers at the Rutherford County Humane Society for their mission in Rutherford County. In a day of out-of-state owned funeral homes in the area, Washburn and Dorsey is one of your locally owned funeral homes.
Well, yesterday afternoon, many of you perhaps got the Amber Alert that was sent out various ways. Well, that has been canceled now. The 8-year-old girl has been found safe. An Amber Alert went out for North Carolina girl who officials said was abducted. 8-year-old Trinity Lincoln McCraw went missing around 3 o'clock Sunday, according to the Stokes County Sheriff's Office. And the abductor has been identified as 37-year-old Patrick Ryan McGraw. Don't know the circumstances around all of that, how he was related, if he was at all. But she has been found safe and sound, and he has been arrested. Well, the Rutherford County folks are planning, some of them are planning to hold eclipse events today. According to the Daily Courier, there's going to be several events throughout the county that will take place. The Lake Lure Classical Academy will be hosting the solar eclipse event at the back of the school. The LCA Executive Director Tom Keever said this is a special once-in-a-lifetime event. It's a unique event, and it allows us to use the science associated with the solar eclipse, and they're planning on doing that. Also, Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy will have an early dismissal today due to the eclipse. Headmaster Joe Mamoni said since the darkest time of the day will be 2:30 to 3, we decided to have a noon release for students so that they would not have to be on the road during the height of the eclipse. Families are excited about having the opportunity to spend this time with their children. Thomas Jefferson also had educational programs in all science classes on Friday and will also have programs today. Reach Early High School will also have an early dismissal today at noon. Forest City Dunbar Elementary School will have a previously scheduled teacher workday today. Isothermal Community College will host a total eclipse of the sun party for students beginning at 1 o'clock. Eclipse glasses will be available in limited quantities to those attending the party, which will take place outside the Student Center. In Rutherfordton, Kid Census Children's Interactive Museum will hold a viewing event during the eclipse. Parking spaces in front of the museum will be blocked off to enable a safe area for visitors to the museum. So they are doing some things here in the county to celebrate and view that as an educational tool or as a fun thing or as a reason to get out of work early. I don't know. But we have cautioned you many, many times and will continue to do that because, as I mentioned to someone over the weekend, the thing that really concerns me about this is the folks, and there are many, who live in a tunnel vision world. They never watch any news. They don't ever read any newspapers. They don't ever listen to any news. And they solely listen and watch the Hollywood celebrity news stories on TV. And they never really know what's going on. And they have missed all this to a large degree. And they've missed the warnings about how dangerous it is. It's going to get dark. And they're going to wonder what's going on. And I'm serious about it. There are folks who do not realize what's going to happen today. It's going to get dark, and they're going to wonder what's going on. They're going to go out, they're going to look up at the sun without any glasses, and they're going to damage their eyes. There are folks who live in a tunnel vision world that they don't know what's happening. They don't listen to anything. They don't watch anything. They don't read anything. They're glued to the Jerry Springer shows and all those kind of things, and they don't know what's happening in the world of news. And that concerns me, particularly children, when the parents don't realize how dangerous it is, and the kids go out and all of a sudden it's getting dark. They look up, and it's dangerous. Here's a man out of Portland, Oregon, who lost some eyesight from the past eclipse. He has a warning. A 20-second look at the sun cost Lou Tomasaki much of the sight in his right eye. So he has some words of advice for kids and teens tempted to look up at the solar eclipse. He says, you'll be sorry. Why take a chance with your eyes? He's 71 years old, lives in Oregon. He was a teenager when his science teacher told the class about a solar eclipse happening that afternoon. So he and his buddy, Roger Duval, stood in front of their high school and looked up. He remembers watching the moon pass over the sun. He thought nothing of it at the time. There's no sign that your eye is being damaged, he said. You just squint, you don't feel anything. But on the way home, there was a little bit of a blurry spot. Luckily, he had looked at the eclipse with only one eye. But even that left him with a pea-sized blank spot in his right eye. The damage was done right then and there, he said, of his 20-second glimpse of the solar eclipse. The longer you look at it, the more damage is done. He didn't realize that the sun had burned a hole in his retina until much later during a visit to the eye doctor. He couldn't see past the second line of the eye chart when the physician told him to close his left eye and read the letters in front of him. The sun is 93 million miles away, and look what he can do, he said. He and Duval, who've been friends since the fourth grade, are speaking publicly about the danger of looking at the rare celestial event today, when the eclipse will be visible in North America. They say if we can save just one person from looking up at that thing, that will be enough to please all of us. So, word from a man who has been there, done that. Don't even attempt to look up at it with your bare eyes. If you don't have those protective glasses, just stay inside and watch it get dark outside. Watch it get daylight again. You don't have to look at the sun to see the benefits of the total eclipse. It's going to get dark temporarily. About 2 minutes, I believe it is, somewhere along in that neighborhood. It'll start getting dark. It'll get dark, and it'll start getting light again. It'll be over in no time. Chickens will go to roost. The roosters will start crowing. And you can see all the benefits of it getting dark in the middle of the day, getting daylight again. But do not look directly at the sun. South Carolina hospitals are preparing for more patients post-eclipse. Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Tylen's Health plans to increase their emergency room staffing today because of the total eclipse. They are also increasing their stock of certain supplies such as snake anti-venom. Spokesperson told WJBF that more people will be spending hours outside, which could lead to snake bites, heat exhaustion, and eye damage. South Carolina hospitals are preparing for more patient post-total solar eclipse, so just be careful. Pass the word. I mean, even if you feel like you're bugging somebody, pass the word. It's more important to bug somebody and keep them safe than not bug them and them get permanent eye damage. There's no pulling back once the eye damage is there. There's no pulling back on that. 21 minutes after 8 o'clock, there's a Chesney woman died in a head-on crash at Highway 11. A child killed in an overnight shooting in Gaffney. We have some other stories, but we got the sheriff's report coming up here in just a moment.
If you suffer from foot or ankle pain, you should know there's advanced care available to you right here in Rutherford County. Dr. Jason Glover of Rutherford Orthopedics is the only fellowship-trained foot and ankle surgeon in our region. Now, what does that mean for you? It means a greater level of expertise that comes through advanced studies and research. You have options when it comes to foot and ankle care. So, learn more. Visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/orthopedics.
Hi, this is Rhonda with Smith's Drugs of Forest City. I have recently moved over to Home Medical Supply after 8 years of service in the Fountain. I now can help you with your diabetic shoe needs, mastectomy products, and all other home medical supplies. Please call or come by and see me at 139 East Main Street in Forest City or call area code 828-245-4591. Thank you.
And a lot of the other horror stories you've been hearing probably not going to take place. During that eclipse, the Earth's not going to open up and swallow us. It's not going to happen. The aliens are not going to come out of some foreign outer space and engulf us during that time either. It's not going to happen. I mean, people are perpetuating a lot of stories that not going to happen. Here now is Officer McComas with the Sheriff's Report.
Over the weekend, we've had 288 calls, 18 arrests, and currently have 201 in jail. Bobby Gilbert got arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $750 bond. Iva Watt arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, also Schedule 6 controlled substance, $1,000 bond. Todd Fox was arrested for failure to register as a sex offender, also failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $28,000 bond. Anthony Brown, misdemeanor probation violation, $1,500 bond. Roger Harris held on a $500 bond for failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Teresa Toney, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $1,000 bond. Orlando Jackson, $5,000 bond, failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Toby Watson, failure to comply, possession of Schedule 2 controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, held on a $5,800 bond. Christopher Geddes, communicating threats, no bond. Ridge Wilkerson, no bond for a show cause. Stanley Thompson, communicating threats, no bond. Jonathan Barnes, no bond, assault and battery. Freddie Connor, $400 bond, failure to appear on a misdemeanor. Cody Queen, failure to appear on a felony, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $27,250 bond. Also possessed drug paraphernalia. Sarah Odell was arrested or was served a show cause. Charles Porter, school attendance law violation, no bond. Katie Porter, school attendance law violation as well, no bond. Sandra Furness, failure to appear on a misdemeanor, $5,000 bond. Christopher McDaniel, $10,000 bond, possession of Schedule 2 controlled substance. Chad McKinney, $2,000 bond, failure to comply. We have Andrea Davis, no bond, school attendance violation. We have Roger Bright, arrested assault on a child under 12, $2,500 bond. Anthony Coates, $2,000 bond for assault and battery and communicating threats. Teresa Hill, $2,000 bond for assault and battery. Tara Fanroy, $2,000 $2,500 for misdemeanor child abuse. And that's all we have for arrests. As far as incidents go, we have Tara Schufelt reported breaking, entering, and felony and larceny after the fact. Felony and larceny was reported by Danny McCurry as well. John Deere was taken. Misdemeanor larceny was reported by Harold Sheehan. Larceny of a motor vehicle and motor vehicle parts was reported by Donna Green. Vehicle rim and some tires were taken. First degree arson was reported by LaDonna Hoyle. It was larceny or arson of a trailer. Breaking, entering, felony, and larceny after breaking, entering was reported. Multiple items were taken. The victim in that circumstance was Donald Thiet. Local ordinance of illegal dumping was reported by Joseph Poe. Attempted and breaking, entering was reported by Dennis Bradley. And last, we have a North Carolina officer reported reckless driving, wanton disregard, driving without a license, and failure to heed the siren. And that's all we have for today, sir.
As they were back on the mound Sunday, they combined for a no-hitter in a 16-0 domination of California. The game called after 5 innings because of the mercy rule.
On the ground is short. They'll go to second, and they've done it. History here in Williamsport. 71 years of Little League World Series baseball history. No U.S. team had ever pitched consecutive no-hitters until Greenville, North Carolina has done it.
And that is a record, according to ESPN, back-to-back no-hitters. North State now moves on. They'll play Wednesday night against Lufkin, Texas. This is NCN Sports.
North Carolina hospitals are transforming the way we deliver healthcare, investing in cutting-edge treatments and technologies to fight disease, investing in partnerships for preventive healthcare to keep our communities well, investing in training programs to ensure the next generation of world-class care providers, and making quality care in and out of the hospital our highest priority. Because we know what really matters is that hospitals are here for you when you need us. Find out more at healthiertomorrownc.com.
This is the best time of year to come to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue for one of our fresh combo platters, made perfect with sips of Smithfield's famous sweet tea. I get it, Juicy Bird fried chicken is one delicious part of the combo, but don't forget the fresh, slow-cooked barbecue. Juicy Bird and pulled pork barbecue. With our combo platters, you can love both.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Jackie Bradley Jr. tripled in 2 runs and singled home another, and Ricky Porcello pitched 6 innings of a combined 3-hitter to help the AL East leading Boston Red Sox extend its margin over the Yankees to 5 games. The Red Sox won for their 14th time in 17, taking 2 of 3 from New York for the second weekend in a row. The arch rivals meet again in the first week of September in a 4-game series at Yankee Stadium. Josh Bell homered and drove in 4 lead runs for Pittsburgh over St. Louis in a 6-3 win in the Little League Classic Sunday night. In NFL news, receiver Anquan Boldwin abruptly has retired from football less than 2 weeks after signing with the Buffalo Bills. Team manager GM Brandon Beane, formerly with the Panthers, made it official Sunday night by saying the team respects Boldwin's decision to retire. His decision came as a complete surprise. Josh Zach, NCN Sports.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt at Insurance Service Associates, about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
You know, Oakland Feed and Seed, Oakland Road in Spindale, has been part of the family for years. Your granddad, your dad, and now this generation is depending on the great inventory, excellent service, and better pricing. Listen to some of these items we need probably right about now. 10-10-10 fertilizer, $9.50 a bag. Dog food, fire and ant killer in spray and granular. Flea and tick prevention. Carpenter bee traps, weed killer, and so much more. Go see Scott and his team today at 770 Oakland Road, Spindale, and keep the family tradition going.
It's Bristol, baby, and it's time to make a final push.
We're starting that a little bit sooner because we have to.
Plus,
hopefully we get a win, get in the playoffs. Really, that's what I'm concentrating on.
There's really no excuse for not meeting expectations.
I feel like what would be really neat would be to go take off and be flying while it happens.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
800-605-1682. 800-605-1682. 800-605-1682. That's 800-605-1682.
Here at Bristol, Joey Logano has a one-track mind, knowing with 3 races left in the Monster Energy Cup Series regular season, only a win will get him into the season-ending playoff. The 27-year-old driver is willing to admit he's under a lot of stress.
That's okay. You know, that's where you find out what you're made out of. So I'm all right with that. That's basically what it's like for every driver that makes the playoffs and every team that makes the playoffs. They have to be better than what they were all year long to get to Homestead and race for a championship. So we're starting that a little bit sooner because we have to.
Meanwhile, Matt Kenseth is currently holding down the 3rd and final spot to make the playoff on points.
We're not in there yet. Kind of got ran over at the end of the race last week by the 24, trying to race him and won at least for points, try to get a cushion. But hopefully we get a win, get in the playoffs. Really, that's what I'm concentrating on.
Kenseth, who has 4 victories here at Bristol, also said he has nothing new to report on finding another ride for 2018. Dale Earnhardt Jr. won the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race back in 2004 and is not about to let last year's injury justify how poorly he's run so far this season.
There's really no excuse, for us not performing well or meeting expectations. There's no excuse for missing a lot of races. Kyle missed a lot of races with his injuries and came back and was successful right out of the gate. I felt like I was ready. I felt like I could come in and compete. I still feel that way. We just got to get our stuff together.
This weekend, Martin Truex Jr. can clinch the Monster Energy Cup Series regular season championship with 2 races to spare, and Brad Keselowski has decided to shut down his truck team at the end of the season.
There's no one in the world quite like you. That's why your search for a car is more than just, the search for a car. It's about finding the perfect car for you. The right car to carry you on the journey to your dreams. At AutoTrader, you can compare new and used cars and save your searches along the way. AutoTrader will send you cars that match what you're looking for, and they'll even let you know when the price drops on a car you've saved. AutoTrader, the only car search engine driven by you.
Like millions of people, Chase Elliott is going to view the upcoming solar eclipse, only he's got a different plan than most.
I feel like what would be really neat would be to go fly, go take off and be flying while it happens. So I was going to go do that, possibly, if the weather was good on Monday. I do have a flight to catch Monday night, so if I can make the timing work out, I'd like to go fly and kind of see it from the air.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you by AutoTrader.com.
For professional brake and tire service, call on Broadway Tire Service. For brakes, shocks, struts, batteries, alignments, North Carolina inspections, new or used tires, Broadway Tire carries brand name tires that give longer tire life, superior handling, and provide excellent driving performance. They also offer complete exhaust service with lifetime warranty, and of course, Broadway Tire satisfaction is always guaranteed. Bring your vehicle to the tire experts. Jacob Bradley and his trained staff are ready to assist you. Broadway Tire Service, West Main Street in Forest City, or call 245-4505.
Well, it's finally arrived. It's Eclipse Day. It looks like we'll have a few clouds around, mostly sunny to partly cloudy during the afternoon. It will be hot. High temperatures climb into the low 90s, and we only have a slim chance for a couple isolated showers. Tonight into Tuesday morning, partly cloudy with temperatures in the low 70s. Then partly sunny Tuesday afternoon. It'll be hot and humid with some isolated showers and highs in the low to mid 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
We have 71 degrees under mostly. There's a bunch of clouds up there right now, but it should be mostly clear throughout today. Today, partly cloudy, mostly sunny, and that sun's going to go away for a few minutes, about a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And no, it'll come back. It's not going away forever. Folks, you wouldn't believe the calls we're getting over here assure you that unless the Lord returns today, everything's going to be back to normal right after, a little after 2 o'clock, after the eclipse has taken place. It'll slide across the moon, will slide across the front entrance of the sun, and as it goes across, the sun will get daylight again. So it's no worries. No worries, mate, no worries. All right, let's see. That Chesney woman died in a head-on crash on Highway 11 in Spartanburg near Chesney on Friday morning. According to the coroner, 46-year-old Shannon Denise Nodine died at the scene of the crash. The crash happened just after 7 o'clock near Martin Camp Road. According to the Highway Patrol, Nodine's car crossed the center line and struck another car head-on. The driver of the other vehicle was taken to Spartanburg Medical Center with injuries. The condition of that driver was not known at this story when the story was printed from Channel 7. Both drivers were wearing seatbelts at the time of the crash. Also down in Gaffney, another sad note, a child was killed overnight after multiple shots were fired into a townhouse in Gaffney. The call came in just after 1 a.m. on Sunday morning. It happened on West Buford Street. I know that street very well. According to Gaffney police, the child was inside the apartment when multiple shots came through the window. The coroner's office said the child was hit by a bullet that came through the windows as she sat on the sofa. The victim has been identified as 8-year-old Cameron Montero Lamria Bradley of Shelby. Bradley was taken to the hospital where she later died due to the injuries. Police say the victim did not appear to be a target. It appears she was not a target, but rather a victim of some person or persons who fired multiple rounds into the apartment from the parking lot. This is another tragic, senseless loss of life at the hands of gang-related activity. This time, an 8-year-old child. It has to stop, the police said. No suspects have been identified at this time, but if you know anything about it, please contact the local officials. A pretty little girl, 1 a.m. Sunday. I don't know why she wasn't in bed, but she's sitting on the couch probably watching TV. The bullet came through the window, a random shot from the street, and killed her. Well, here's a man that probably should case the place a little bit before he decides he wants to hijack somebody. This happened in Albuquerque, New Mexico. This guy arrested a man who accused of trying to carjack 3 football players. Yeah. He arrested 20-year-old Angelo Martinez last week. They say Martinez stopped the group as they were leaving football practice at Loma Linda Community Center and asked for a ride. The men agreed, but Martinez pulled a gun on them. Officers say one of the men asked if he could at least take his phone with him. When Martinez went to grab it, they tackled him and held him until the police arrived. When the police arrived, they found the gun was fake. And I've got a picture of they beat up on that kid. They beat up on him pretty bad here. I'm going to hold that up to the camera. You can see that. It's in black and white, but his eyes are all swollen. He got bruises on his face and his nose looked like it's busted. Carjacked 3 football players. What was he thinking anyway? That's a problem with hoodlums and criminals. They don't do much thinking. This is a nice little story over in Sulphur, Louisiana. A 10-year-old Louisiana boy, he's got a potential in medicine. He could be a Doogie Howser, I guess, doctor. 10-year-old delivered his baby brother at 34 weeks. KPLC reports that Jaden Fortnott rushed to his mother's aid when she went into labor last Friday. The baby was breached, and the mother, Ashley Moray, reportedly felt his feet hanging out when she was in the bathroom. She wasn't aware she was in labor, according to the NBC affiliate. Jaden ran to his grandmother, who lives next door, and had her call the police, but she was unable to get to help deliver the baby. So Jaden went back to check on his mother, who was laying on the bathroom floor, bleeding out. The baby wasn't breathing. When he got to the bathroom, he just took a deep breath and said, "Okay, Mom, just tell me what I need to do." He didn't look scared. He looked calm and brave, and I said, "Okay, I'm going to tell you what to do, and we need to get your brother out as fast as possible because he's breached and he can't breathe." The quick-thinking 10-year-old pulled the baby out by his legs, but the baby still wasn't breathing, so Jaden ran to the kitchen, got a nasal aspirator to clear the baby's nose, and the baby started breathing. When the paramedics arrived, Fortnott had already delivered his brother. Moreau and the newborn was taken to the hospital where they recovered. Doctors credit Jaden with saving both their lives. So he may want to consider a career in medicine. Do that kind of smart thinking. Smart young man, I'd say. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Countdown to the eclipse coming up here before too long. No space aliens are going to abduct us during that time. I can pretty well assure you that. Here's a story. You know why it doesn't make the national news? Well, I know why it doesn't, because they don't want to report this kind of thing. They want to report about Donald Trump stuffing his toe. Missouri Democrat. She's a lawmaker. She acknowledged last Thursday that she posted and later deleted a comment on Facebook. She said she hopes Donald Trump gets assassinated. Yeah, saying she was frustrated with the president's response to the white supremacist rally and violence in Charlottesville, Virginia. Democratic Senator Marie Chappelle Nadal, I guess it is, said she was wrong for writing the post and didn't mean what she said, but she refused calls to resign. She said she wrote, "I hope Trump is assassinated," in response to a post that suggested Vice President Mike Pence would try to have Trump removed from office. What I wrote down on my private Facebook page, was it wrong? Absolutely, she told the Associated Press, but I'm going to continue to talk about the anger and the frustration that led to that. So some of them calling for her to resign, step down, but you don't hear CNN, MSNBC, CBS, you don't hear them doing a big headline story on this, do you? Have you seen it anywhere? No, I found this on another blog. Missouri Democrat hopes Trump is assassinated. Well, you know how hypocritical they are. Democratic U.S. Senator Claire McCaskill, the state's senior senator, said, "I condemn it. It's outrageous, and she should resign." The state Republican Party also called for her resignation, but Chappelle Nadal said she had no intentions of doing so. "I refuse to resign for exercising my First Amendment rights, even though what I said was wrong." The U.S. Secret Service released a statement saying it looks into all threats against the president, whether they be direct, implied, or comments in passing. Chappelle Nadal from the St. Louis suburb of University City said constituents in her predominantly black district are concerned about how Trump blamed both sides of the clashes in Charlottesville. The violence included a man slamming his car into people protesting against the white supremacist rally, killing one woman and injuring more than a dozen other people. You know, if the cameras would break on these TV news cameras, if they'd break and they couldn't report anything, some of that stuff would die down. You know what I'm saying? And all this stuff about tear down all these statues of like Robert E. Lee and folks like that. I'm going to read a quote to you. See if you know who might have said this. One of you sent this to me. This man said, "As a New Englander, I recognize that the South is still the land of Washington, who made our nation, of Jefferson, who shaped its direction, and of Robert E. Lee, who, after gallant failure, urged those who had followed him in bravery to reunite America in purpose and courage." Let me say that again. I recognize that the South is still the land of Washington, who made our nation, of Jefferson, who shaped its direction, and Robert E. Lee, who, after gallant failure, urged those who had followed him in bravery to reunite America in purpose and courage. Now, who do you think might have said that? John F. Kennedy. John F. Kennedy recognized the historical significance of Washington, Jefferson, Robert E. Lee, and many others. If he were here today, if he were here today, he would think all this asinine behavior of tearing down all these monuments, he would call that ridiculous. And I think he would reprimand his party for wanting it done. they don't want to say anything about that because all they want to do is get in an uproar. Statutes and flags have already been removed in North Carolina, South Carolina, Baltimore, New Orleans, Florida, St. Louis, Virginia. The Episcopal Diocese of New York removed several plaques of Robert E. Lee. In Kentucky, Atlanta, and Nashville, statues have been vandalized and are threatened. Now they're headed to Dallas. Soon they'll go after George Washington, bringing down his statues, then rename the capital, then the state. There'll be no Washington state anymore. They will go after Mount Rushmore because it's a monument to slave owners. Once they have us conditioned into acceptance, they will go for their main objective: documents. Documents written by white slave owners will be declared null and void. Watch what I'm saying, folks. Now you probably guessed it. The Constitution is their ultimate prize. Declare the Constitution null and void. They want to rewrite the Constitution. They've already tried to do that anyway. Once the Constitution is rewritten, free speech and the right to bear arms is gone. They're already severely restricted now. Once what little remains of free speech and the right to bear arms is null and void, there's nothing in their way of total takeover. The Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and many other far-left groups are only the foot soldiers of the front men of those working for world domination. The media, entertainment industry, and academia is their propaganda machine. They can only accomplish this if people continue to nod their heads in agreement, allowing the media to tell us what to think and what our opinions are, and then go out like lobotomized collaborators with no minds of our own, parroting their propaganda like the traitors will be. Don't be silenced, folks. Don't be afraid to speak your opinion. Our survival depends on it. And if we sit around and allow the news media to perpetuate all this stuff, without the news media, the cameras rolling, this stuff wouldn't be happening. I guarantee you that if they turn those cameras off, it'd go away. So they're aiming at our final document of the Constitution. Once they tear down all these monuments, and the folks at these institutions, these universities, and these colleges, and these mayors of these towns allowing that kind of stuff to happen, they ought to be ridden out of town. And I don't know what to do to them, but they ought to be ridden out of town because that's absolutely taken away the history of our country. As ugly as our history might have been in some cases, as ugly as it was, once we forget it, we're doomed to repeat it. We need to remember about those folks who formed America and the history of the times. As ugly as slavery was, it was a terrible, terrible thing to buy somebody and sell them. Terrible, terrible thing. But it's part of history. It's done and gone now. We don't do that today. We've learned from all those things. John F. Kennedy said, as a New Englander, I recognize that the South is still the land of Washington, who made our nation, of Jefferson, who shaped its direction, and of Robert E. Lee, who, after gallant failure, urged those who had followed him in bravery to reunite America in purpose and courage. Where are our leaders of today that would stand up in the face of a camera and say, this is ridiculous, folks. This is absolutely asinine. Where are our leaders? Where are they? The same wimpy, spaghetti-backed folks that won't stand up and do the right thing for the country when they promised us they would. Republicans and Democrats are both guilty. Where are our men who will stand up for the right? Where are our women that stand up for the right? We don't need wimps. We need bold, courageous leaders of our country. I'll be back in a minute.
Take advantage today in a store full of super savings. Now's the time to visit Monograms and More. 50% off the entire store. Save big on personalized gifts, accessories, totes, purses, baby clothing, collegiate items and accessories, gold and silver jewelry, and much more. Monograms and More will be closing their doors for good at the end of August. Stop in today for back-to-school items or early holiday shopping. Monograms and More, 149 South Main Street, Rutherfordton.
At Northland, we're working hard to deliver fast, dependable internet service to our communities and bringing download speeds of up to 100 megabits per second to our neighborhoods. We've invested over $27 million the last 3 years and plan to invest almost $40 million more over the next 3. This investment is backed by our dedicated local team, 24/7 support and reliability you can depend on. Experience more with Northland. Not available in all areas. Commercial services may differ. See getnorthland.com for full details.
Well, Abraham Lincoln has joined George Washington on the list of those targeted by Chicagoans in a national debate over Civil War era monuments. Alderman Raymond Lopez took to Facebook Wednesday night to decry a defaced statue of the nation's 16th president in the Inglewood neighborhood. The giant bust appears to have been damaged after someone in the 15th Ward sprayed and ignited a flammable liquid on Abraham Lincoln. What an absolutely disgraceful act of vandalism. This bust of Abraham Lincoln, erected by Phil Bloomquist on August 31st, 1926, was damaged and burned. Mr. Lopez wrote, a local NBC affiliate reported, if anyone has any information regarding this act, please contact the police or my office immediately. Responded Quentin Mitchell, whose comment was liked or deemed funny by 160 others. It said, F. Abe Lincoln. The official's finding came just one day after President Trump stated opposition to tearing down memorials related to America's past. I wonder if is it George Washington next week, or is it Thomas Jefferson the week after? You know, you really do have to ask yourself, where does it stop? Where does it stop? It's got to stop with us. It's got to stop with you and me and people we send to Washington and send to Raleigh to do the right job. If they aren't doing it, then we need to call them home. Tell them to get back to work in their own home. We don't need them representing us if they can't be true to what we want them to do, true to the Constitution of the United States of America. Well, enough said. Several people have commented recently about the music, the bridge music I played between the morning report and the birthdays. Said they really like it, so I'm just going to end the program today with one of them. From the Platters, I Saw the Harbor Lights. So long, everybody. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Be sure do not look at that sun during the eclipse.
Brought you to me.
John Crayley, an intense search is underway for 10 sailors missing after an American guided missile destroyer collided with a 600-foot oil tanker near the Singapore naval base. The ship is now in port. CBS News' Ben Tracy's in Beijing and is following the developments.